I think that no matter what choice I made, my heart was going to break.
Hey guys, and welcome to Little Blackbird 91. I'm a little bit late. I apologize. I'm a little bit more than a little bit late. Listen, I ended up somewhere else on the internet and it got a little bit sticky. I'll tell you about that in a second or two. We are talking to you guys today about, I was going to say put a ring in it. We're talking about Love is Blind, season 4, episode 3. Sorry. This episode was brazy. Oh my days. What an episode. We got to see so much happening. We saw Zack finally kill off his triangle. We got to see Kwame sing a song for Chelsea. We saw we saw Irina, obviously end up speaking to Zack and kind of call him a cartoon character. We saw a little bit more of the Marshall and Jacqueline situation as well. And there was just a whole bunch of things that were happening. I'll be honest with you. There was a whole bunch of things happening, and I loved it. I loved seeing what was happening on this episode. But we're going to break it down specifically, first and foremost, talking about Zack and his choice, because honestly, if I'm real with you, the reason why Zack chose Irina over Bliss, I'm going to have to break it down for you. But before we get there, like it, share, subscribe, click on the bell button for notification of the uploads. And for those of you who are returnees, you know what it is, baby. You got the minerals, baby. You got the minerals. You got the minerals. Stay hydrated. Listen, it's a Mazzoline out here. Whoo! Let me tell you something, man. Let me tell you something. Shout out to Kwame for his song, man. We have to give him props for that, okay? All right, give him props for his song that we liked. All right, cool. Let's talk a little bit about this particular show. But listen, I know. I still have 10 minutes. Guys, after this live, I got another live for you guys, okay? I ended up on Melanie King's live right now, okay? I ended up on Melanie King's live. We had a discussion. What I don't like people doing is taking the Bible out of context. So we're going to do a live after this. I'm going to address her statement and comments that she made when we're having a discussion, because she tried to do me dirty. But you know me, I like to play the game with you guys, okay? I'm going to do what I need to do, okay? But we're going to get straight back into this conversation. We're talking about Love is Blind, okay? Love is Blind. Let's get into it, because baby, I got the feeling, okay? All right, but let me talk specifically about Zack and Bliss first of all, because there was a lot that was going on. And honestly, let me be very honest with you guys, okay? All right? Let me be honest with you guys. It was never going to be Bliss, okay?
Bring him. Be with me for one more trip.
Wait, this is so special?
Yeah, it's pretty special.
I think he likes me.
Well, that's good.
I'll keep...
Okay, cool. Let me just say this really quickly about these two. So Zack, Irina, and Bliss, the triangle that's been going on. I told you yesterday on the live that once we saw Bliss say to him that, you know what, I'm gonna judge you on your judgment of you choosing Irina over me, is the moment she nailed put the nail in the coffin. Her fate was sealed then. Like, I think he would have chosen Irina all the time anyway. But the moment Bliss decided to tell him that, you know what, if you choose her, it will let me know what kind of decision making you have, is the moment she killed herself. Because if you tell me that you're questioning, okay, you're questioning my discernment for choosing Irina, it actually also means I have to question my discernment when I choose you. So maybe I need to look closer at you, because you're telling me my discernment's off. You are telling me my discernment is off. And so if that's the case, then why the heck would I choose you? Huh? At least if Irina or whatever her name is, IR, okay, at least of her, I know what I'm getting. Oh, she might be a little bit mean. I know that already. She might be a little bit vicious. The word he used was she's a little bit more vicious than he is. Okay. And so what? Okay. And so what? And I'm going to blow this Bliss thing out the water. You said that Bliss is a prize. No, she's not. Bliss is not a prize. I'm gonna break down Bliss for you. That girl is dealing with trauma. I'm telling you now. Bliss is dealing with trauma. Irina's dealing with trauma, and our boy here, also resident boy here, what's his name, Zack. They're all in trauma, and I'm gonna show you why I'm gonna say this. Right? They're all a problem. Bliss is not the prize. She's not the prize. Okay, I'm so sorry, guys. No. I'm gonna have to burst that bubble. She's not the prize. She operates from a place of trauma in the way that she chooses her man. I'm so sorry. But I'm gonna show you that later on. We're gonna get there. Don't worry about that. Let's stick with this one first. Okay, let's stick with this one first. Okay. Now, Zack chose to dump Bliss because I think somebody said it in the chat. She has a judgmental spirit I don't want to say too judgmental, but I think she likes to separate herself from her family, right? So she was talking to Zack about her family, right? About how, when it comes down to her family, when it comes down to a family and stuff, right? They are quite judgmental, but she's not. But then ended up making a judgment about his judgment. So what he saw in his head was, wait, hold a minute. You just said that you're not a judgmental person. That's not you. You're about the love. You're about the care. You're about appreciating me. Your family's that way. But then you actually not long ago just told me that you were judging me on my judgment based on if I choose Irina. Come on, deep that. So in his head, he's like, so you're not affected by your family. So you are affected by your family then. And remember, his trigger is being judged by family. Remember his trigger. His trigger is by being judged by people's family. He's been judged by them. So now when you tell me you're not a judgmental person, but then you judge me for the judgment I'm going to make, deep what you're doing to me. Okay? So whilst you may not be overtly like your family, quote unquote, saying what you're saying, but you just showed me that you're judgmental. You just showed me you're judgmental. You know what I mean? So in that moment, he's like, okay, yeah, this ain't it. Right? And I told you from that moment she made that comment, it was done from then. That was it. He gave ammunition to old girl Irina. And then when she started jumping into the with the argument with Irina and bringing it to the room, she became part of the problem rather than the solution. Right? So whilst again, and remember, sometimes people are good at picking up patterns, even if it's not for their best, and even if it doesn't help them in their relationship dating, they pick up their patterns. I think he might have picked up her pattern. Right? I think and again, both her and Irina are people who, were coming at each other the way they were. But again, he once he found out the family history too, that probably didn't help the situation go far as well. So I want to just quickly go a bit further too. Now, what I would say is, I want to be very honest with you. Okay, I'm very honest with you. Irene is no different. Irene is no different to what Bliss is, right? Because in the scene with him and Irene, she was out here tarnishing the name of Bliss. Okay, let me not go there just yet. She was out here tarnishing the name of Bliss, talking about Bliss, trying to separate herself from Bliss. And I was just like, wait, she's doing way too much. Way too much. And I was like, so hold on a minute. And this is what I realized, that Zack is also trauma filled. How is it you make a distinction between Irene and Bliss being good for you when both of them are manipulative as heck? Okay, let me take that back. I don't think Bliss is as manipulative as Irene at all, but she's got some tendencies because the way she said about the judgment thing, okay? But Irene is much more manipulative than Bliss. So did you dump Bliss because she's manipulative? Or did you dump Bliss because of something else? And I'm going to tell you, he didn't dump Bliss because she's manipulative. Maybe judgmental, but he didn't dump her because of being manipulative. And in fact, there's nothing Bliss could have done that would have made him choose her, because he's looking for a certain type of woman. I'm going to show you, but we're not going to get there yet. He's looking for a certain type of woman. Just pay attention. He's looking for a certain type of woman. Okay. All right. Certain type of woman. And you have to understand his discernment. And someone said as well, his discernment in his job is not this discernment that comes to love. Love and jobs are two different things. When it comes to discerning your job, you do not rule with your heart. You rule with your head. You rule with rules, and you rules with litigation, red tape. You come with stipulations, statutes, declarations. You don't rule with your heart when you're doing your job. You do it with your head. When you're doing about love, you do it with your heart, and in your heart, you deal with emotions. When you deal with emotions, that's not your job. Your job is to do with your head. You do with your heart. And with the heart, don't matter how good your profession is, if the heart hasn't been healed, it's gonna want what it wants, right? But we're gonna get there. We ain't there yet. We're gonna get there. Okay, we're gonna get there. Okay, we're gonna get there. We're gonna get there. We're gonna get there. Oh, we're gonna get there. Let's get to this part here. Okay, I wanna bring something to you guys. Okay, all right. But let me go to the conversation between himself and Bliss as well. So let's see where we at. I want to get the conversation with Bliss, because that conversation over me, I can feel the vibration. Whoa. All right, I got a clip. All right, let me put it on 1.25. Yeah, good, because I don't know, nobody wants no copyrights.
Absolutely, yes. I had a hard time sleeping last night, but I actually woke up and had a really good sense of peace and calm this morning. I'm sorry about the way that I acted yesterday. I'm not going to be perfect, and I really respect you as a person, and just for your own sake. And I know you've been struggling with this a lot, and I feel like you've kind of been trying to fix this thing with me and Irina. And I just want to let you know that I pulled her aside this morning and I talked to her, and we just both agreed that we just really want you to be happy.
All right, cool. So let's start here then. This whole conversation starts, and Bliss has come to him, and they're gonna have this conversation, right? They're gonna have this conversation about how Bliss went and made it up with Irina. Let me tell you this now. While he appreciated that, her going to patch things up with her, it didn't mean nothing. Okay, it didn't mean nothing. Okay, it didn't mean nothing. When Bliss went and did what she did to Maya and patch it up, all it did was say, okay, Bliss is the kind of person that's a kind person. She's nice and everything, but that's her problem. I'm gonna say it. That's her problem. Her problem is that she's too nice. Her problem is she's too kind. Her problem is, sis, you're too good. And I want you to understand that when you're too nice and too good, and my heart is toxic, I can't choose you. If I choose you, I'd be killing you and killing myself. I need somebody who can stand up to my toxicity, and you're going to make me an abuser. I can't do that. I need somebody who, when I have that toxicity, they have the same kind of toxicity too. But Bliss, you are too kind, too nice, too good. You don't have the edge. I need an edge. You don't have the edge. You don't have the edge. Okay? Now, this is coming from a place of toxicity, but let's just play it on a little bit longer. Okay? Let's play it on a little bit longer.
And I felt I need to do that for myself, also for you. I want to read something to you. It says, in adult life, they meet people who fall in love with their false self. But this love doesn't last. True love has the power to redeem. Love saves us.
Okay. So she started reading her poem as well. She started reading her little poetry stuff as well. And, and I appreciate the little poetry thing. We love everyone who's bringing the little poetry and stuff and bringing their little niceties to the table. Okay. But the reality is, okay, good point, Lamona Hing. This is not somebody who's healed. This is why he's looking for that. And I'm going to prove it later on when I come to the conversation between him and Irina. He's not healed. Okay, this is why he doesn't want peace. Even though if you ask him if he wants peace, he'll tell you he wants peace. Okay, If you ask him, he will tell you he wants peace. But the reality is, what does his peace look like? Remember, when it comes to trauma, people like to go back into dysfunctional environments because it is peaceful, because it's familiar. When something becomes familiar, it can become quote unquote peaceful for that person. And even though they don't like, even though that a part of them says, this is not where I should be, something feels so familiar and so safe about this. If you're used to being in danger, it can be very easy to feel numb and to feel not to feel any type of emotion when it comes to being in danger again, because you're used to being in that space. When you're used to arguments in a relationship and you get with somebody who's not argumentative, you might say they're boring. But it's because toxically in your heart, you've not healed to get to a place where your love is healthy. You have a dysfunctional, toxic, broken aspect when it comes to the way that you view love. And so you operate through that dysfunction. Let's keep it going. All right.
Bliss, you are so amazing. You're brilliant. You're caring. You're. Oh my God.
Let me speed it up, man. This part's just. I want to get to the conversation part. I want to bring to the conversation part where he's talking to her, or at least she starts talking about family. I'm trying to think where that is.
I wish you all the best in the whole.
I don't know if that's it there. Okay, cool. So it must have been earlier in the conversation. I'm gonna go to where they spoke about family, because he
and
he said some things which were
judged me
just
because of how I grew up and how I was.
okay. Here we go. I think this is it as well, isn't it? Yeah. Oh, fantastic. Okay, great. Let's get to this part. Okay.
raised. It makes me nervous.
Worries me.
Here we go. Okay.
Plus, you don't have like a stupid asshole.
I wouldn't be so confident about that.
My dad, like, he does not like any of my exes at all.
Listen to this,
Why did
guys.
you think that? Like, well, what about them did he not like?
They just like weren't good enough. I don't know that my dad will think anyone is ever good enough for me.
Okay, this is what nailed it in the coffin. At this point, this is what nailed it in the coffin. This is what she just said. She said, my dad doesn't think any of my exes are good enough. Okay? She said, my dad does not think any of my exes are good enough. Remember, his trigger point is family not accepting him. That's his biggest trigger point. His family not accepting him. And she's just told him, my dad, doesn't like any of my exes. It's not boding well for me he's going to like me then. Because if he doesn't like any of your exes, it's not boding well for him liking me. Okay? So let's see. I love that point as well. Great point as well there. Great point as well. Okay? All right. So let's continue the conversation.
Yeah, I've had that happen to me before.
Yeah.
Where someone's family would judge me because of how I grew up and how I was raised. It makes me nervous.
Worries me that you're worried about like acceptance and like.
Listen to what she just said. He said, listen, I grew up in an environment. I grew up and I'm concerned because you know what? I've been rejected before and I don't want to be rejected by your family. Then Bliss responds by saying, it worries me the fact that you're worried about acceptance. Are you nuts? Bliss, what are you talking about? Of course he's going to. Why would it worry you that he's worried about that? Why would it worry you that I'm worried about the fact that you're not going to accept me when you just told me your family have not accepted any of your ex-boyfriends? Would I not be worried? Then you're going to tell me you want to trump my card in this moment by saying you worried. I was like, Bliss, if you don't stop that nonsense right there. Oh, it worries me that you worried. No, why are you worried? Of course, you just told me that you just told me your whole family does not, your dad who's important to you. Your dad who's important to you has not accepted any of your ex-boyfriends. So then you want to trump my moment at this moment to tell me this. I said, oh, okay. I see you, Bliss. You got the same judgmental spirit that your parents have. It just doesn't come out the same way. It just doesn't come out the same way. Okay.
I don't understand that really.
Your family means a lot to you.
It does, Zach.
I know,
Everyone's family
and that's
does.
normal.
Yeah.
And their opinions are going to affect you.
Don't worry about my family. If my family like doesn't like you.
Now she just said, listen what she just said here. He said, listen, your family means a lot to you. Okay. So if they don't like me, yeah. And then she's like, well, don't worry about the family. It's only about what I think. But you're close to your family. Do you see what I'm saying? And we don't have that history of being friends for years for me to forget about your family. I am brand new. And also I'm triggered as well. So that's also aspect. I'm triggered by that. Whereas other people might have been like, do you know what? It's your family. They will love, do you know what? I'm good with family. I'm good with it. But because he's got that trigger point, he can't ride over it. He can't. You, oh, my phone's going to die in a second. I was right. Sorry about that. Yeah, so you come as a package deal, and so you know you can't just forget the family. Hold on, guys, let me put this in a charger. Oh Lord, you just can't forget the family. Do you know what I'm saying? Okay, let's just put this in. Hopefully, this will work. All right, cool. Yeah, so you can't just forget the family. Your family is very much important. Okay, all right. Let's listen a bit more. Okay. Pause. What did she just say? Are you all right, sis? Are you all right? Sis, are you all right? Are you all right, sis? Are you all right, sis? Your dad hasn't liked any of your exes, but once they get to know you, they're gonna love you. Are you all right, sis? They haven't liked any of your exes, any. So either you got a bad picker, or your parents are really not on them things there. Like they want you single to your 45. You know what I'm saying? I don't think they want you single to your 45 because you come on the show. Be honest, baby. Be honest, baby. Your family don't like the people that you choose. You choose really poor people. Oh, you couldn't hear it. Oh, did it not play? Hold on. Let me bring that back. Hold on, guys. If you can't hear it, let me just make sure. There was no sound. Okay, sorry. Apologies, guys. Let me play it again. Let me get this back on. I can feel the vibrations over me. Oh, 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 oh. Oh, hold on. Hold on. Don't do that. All right, guys. I got it back on, guys. All right, cool. Here we go.
If my family like doesn't like you, that's not going to change the way that I feel about you. But they will accept you. And like as they get to know you, like I believe that they would grow to love you. I think that you.
So she said here, okay, if he goes into her family, you know, they will grow to love you. So sis, why are you telling me that your daddy doesn't like any of your ex-boyfriends? Did they grow? Did he grow to like them? Did he grow to like them? That's the question we need to be asking, sis. I'm not. Okay, sorry about that. My internet went there a bit. But yeah, do you believe that your ex-boyfriends, did your dad grow to them? Did your dad grow to like them, the ex-boyfriends? Because if he didn't, then we're back in the same position. Like if your dad didn't grow towards your ex-boyfriends, you say the family gonna grow towards you, it's not gonna happen. It's not gonna happen, baby. It ain't gonna happen, baby. Okay. Let's listen a bit more.
You are a better person than you think you are. And I am in awe of you. Like I truly, deeply am.
Wow. Did you guys hear what she just said? Okay, let me just go
20
back.
years from now, at us together.
Let me go back.
It's gonna build.
Let's go back. I want to go back. I just want to just go back quick, okay? Because what she just said there is when I realized she's just as toxic as him. Okay, I know it's gonna sound mad. It's just two comments that made me feel like she's toxic. Here's the thing. Number one, and when I say toxic, it's a very broad thing. She has trauma in this area. Number one was that she kept on choosing boyfriends and her dad don't like. That's when it told me something might be a little bit off there, right? But number two is what she says here, and I'll play it in a second, see if I can get it up for you guys.
I think that you are a better person than you think you are. And I am in awe of you. Like, I truly, deeply am.
Now, when she said this particular line, when she said, oh, I think you are a better person than you think you are, darling, you are not his best friend. You're trying to be romantic. When you say that, you're trying to build a bear. I don't want you to build a bear, baby. This is when you start looking at potential over the reality of the situation. This is when you start saying, I see the good in everybody. And I love that. I do love the fact you see the beauty in everybody. But sis, it's causing you to go into toxicity. Okay? Because I think you're a better man than you think you are. Well, if he doesn't think he's good, you don't need to see that either. Leave him alone. If he doesn't think he's good, you need to leave him alone. Don't try to save him. Let him be. Okay? Let him be. Right? Let him be. Let it be. You know, if you know that you're choosing wrong, just let it be, sis. Let it be. Okay? No point. I hear you. I hear you, African Azazan. I hear you. I think her fear will bring her to be a controlling person rather than her necessarily being controlling. Well, everyone's fear is controlling, isn't it? So
when I look 20 years from now at us together, I just think it's going to build. And I think that we would live a very happy life together. And I mean, I'll be honest, I love you.
Hey, this is what I don't like. 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 Okay? This is what I don't like. Don't be telling me that you love me. Don't be saying them things there, brother. Don't be saying them things there, brother. Yeah? You ain't mean that, brother. Stop saying, man, I love you and that, cuz. Man don't love you and that, cuz. You people need to stop saying I love you so quickly, brother. You understand what I'm saying to you? No, what you're feeling right now is an era of euphoria. We call it euphoria, okay? It creeps up on you and it makes you feel like you're feeling good, but you're not in love. You know what I'm saying? You're not in love. Yeah, it's not just him. The whole entire cast be doing this, saying I love you. You're not in love. It's euphoria. Euphoria is coming. Tell me you're in love when you see each other. Then I want to hear that. Or tell me you're in love a little bit later on when you're a year down the line. Then tell me that. But you're in euphoria right now. It's not love. Okay. You're not in love. You know what I mean? Now, there's an important part I want to play for you guys as well. Okay, this is the part I want to play for you guys. All right, this is the part I want to play for you. Just this little clip here. Listen to this, guys. Okay. Now, some of you may not understand. I know some of you get it. Okay. All right. But I want to tell you something. Okay. I said that there are 3 points I said with Bliss. Okay. Number one. Okay. The fact that she said her dad, she keeps choosing men that her dad don't like. I said, there might be a problem there. Number two, when she said to Zack, you know what? I think you're a better person than you realize. I said, that sounds like that, you know, there's some trauma there. You are build a bear boo. Now this third one, okay? If you want to know if somebody likes you or not, yeah. Listen to this, brother. Yeah? All right, cool. Let's go. Let me play the clip.
My family, they're going to be like, finally, Bliss, you don't have like a stupid asshole.
I wouldn't be so confident about that.
My dad, like, he does not like any of my exes at all.
Pause. Did you hear that? Did you hear what she said? Okay, she said, finally, I'm going to go back to my family and tell them I haven't chosen an asshole. So just in case anybody thought it's her dad that's moving mad, she's confirmed it for us to tell us exactly who is really mad. It's not her family, it's her. She's got a bad picker. People. A bad picker. It is all off, okay? It is all off, people. Okay? It is all off. Her picker is a problem in itself, baby. Okay? A problem in itself. Okay? Bliss had us. Okay? Bliss did have us
Yeah, they had us the first half. I'm not gonna lie. They had us. We weren't defeated, but they had us.
Okay, Bliss had us in the first half, like she was Bliss. But the reality began to set in. She's not Bliss. Look, if I say that, my whole family, are looking for the fact that that my ex-boyfriends have been assholes, and then he tells you I'm not no different, you need to listen. He weren't joking. Okay, he weren't no different. He weren't no different. So Bliss and Zack are problematic in their own way. We really know Irina's problematic. We don't have to even break her thing down. We're going to break Zack down. We're going to go to Zack in a minute. But I wanted to break this down so you can actually see it. She is a problem. Because even her, she's now saying that I dated assholes. And then when he tells you he's an asshole, she's still trying to remain like, oh, no. You can't be an asshole. No, not you. Now let's listen again. What's this again?
Painting of two owls.
I feel like I'm an owl. I know that's weird.
No, it's
But
not.
that's like my animal.
Because that's my animal.
My family, they're gonna be like, finally, Bliss, you don't have like a stupid asshole.
I wouldn't be so confident about that.
My dad, like, he's not like any of my.
Man told her I wouldn't be so confident, that I'm not an asshole. Like, I just need you to understand what you're hearing right now. See them things there? They're the red flags that are blaring, cuz. See them things there? Them things there are the red flag blood. Them things there are the red flag blood. Yeah? Them things there are the red flag. That's what it's Nino. It's Nino. Okay? That's them red flags right there, cuz. You understand what I'm saying to you? And he told her to her face. To her face. Nah. Sis, you can't miss them things there, Can't miss them things there, cuz. You can't miss them things there, That's a big thing. You can't miss it. You get what I'm saying? You can't miss it like that. No. I was like, wait, what's going on here? All right, cool. Let's get back to it. Let's get back to the thing, because I don't know. It's crazy. I was just like, yo, this doesn't even make any sense. Like, sis, you are not seeing the red flags right in front of you. They are blaring in front of your eyes. Okay? Right in front of your eyes. Okay. All right, cool. Let's leave her alone now, because I think we've concluded her point. She's got her own little trauma she's dealing with. Let's talk about the fact that Zack is problematic. Okay, Zack is problematic. Let me tell you why he's problematic. Okay, I want to tell you why Zack is problematic. Okay, all right. Let me get to my first evidence. Let me go to my first evidence as to why this is problematic and why he's a problem. Let's go to here. Okay, let's go to here. I want to get to this point here, and let me show you. Let me show you the world. Because when he was talking to Irina 1-to-1, oh my days. Let's just play the hold on, because there's a lot to get through. So let me just play for me.
Like, what's the difference between me and Bliss? I know that I'm smart. Like, I really think I'm a smart person. I'm more, I would say, like, more street smart, if that makes sense. I have a business.
Well, let's pause there first and foremost. She asked a question, okay? She asked a mother freaking question. Why? What's the difference between me and Bliss? Why is she asking that question? Why is Irina asking that question? What's the difference between me and Bliss? Why is she asking that question? I'm not trying to ask a girl that I'm feeling, what's the difference between me and my man? No, I don't want to know. I don't want to know. If you're playing me, keep it on the low. Like, I don't want to know. Like, so why are we actually, why are we actually getting into this conversation? I don't know. Why is this happening? Okay, why is this happening? So we can tell already that Irina is really trying to set up the whole conversation to be in a particular way. She wants to be able to get him to give her information in a way that's going to be able to give her advantage over her opponent, but also as well because she wants to kind of tease it out of him as well, to see what his position is. Do you know what I'm saying? Because her next comment is going to be, well, if you don't like me and if you don't think I'm the one, then just quit while you're ahead.
All these things. I know that I may not have the best vocabulary or like these fancy words that I say to you to impress you. And maybe Bliss has those. She's also way older than me. Like I'm 25 years old and she's probably closer.
Apologies, sorry guys. Talk about selling yourself. Talk about selling yourself. Look what the lady said. She said, I'm not as educated as Bliss, and as well spoken as Bliss, but I'm obviously I'm younger. I'm 25. Huh? What? Says you're selling yourself right now. It's pathetic. It's pathetic. It's pathetic. And what it actually screams is actually has a very much low self-esteem, but he might not be deep in it all the way. He may not be seeing it all the way. She has a very low self-esteem. This is why she attacks other women. This is why she laughs at them. This is why she comes into this room exposing her competition Bliss and trying to get her competition to look bad in front of Zack. You got low self-esteem, right? But I'm 25. I'm young. Pick me.
To your age, and maybe you see her more as like wife material, but like deep down in your heart, like what do you see in Bliss that you don't see in me? I would love to know.
It is the same, and you know it's something. It's the same energy. It's the same energy that Michael was using too. It's the same energy that Michael was using too. The same energy Michael used on Paul. Okay, on Paul. Okay. She used the same energy, the same type of energy, same type of rhetoric, same type of vibe. It's the same thing, right? When Michael was trying to get Paul to come on side, she put on a bit more heat, put on a bit more pressure. Same kind of energy that our good sister here was using. They are two peas in a freaking pod. Okay, 2 peas in a freaking pod. All right, they ain't no different.
With you, the connection is just fire. I'm so drawn to you. And I think one concern I have is
now pause it here because this is a very most important part, right? So when he starts to explain this is what's going to give us an answer as to why he chose Irina. This is why he chose her. Okay. All right. So deep in this situation, right? That, she's asked this question about what separates me from Bliss, takes a little pot shot at Bliss, tries to put herself in a positive frame. And then he's sitting down talking to her. And now he's going to answer the question. And he says, our connection is fire, right? Now the next part's really important. Oh, yes, the next part is important. Okay, next part's important. All right, cool.
You're a little bit more vicious than I am. And Bliss.
Now pause. Now maybe they edited it, but I want you to deep what just happened here. This is one of the most important things that happened here. He just said that Irina is a bit more vicious than he is. She didn't deny it at first. She smirked and nodded her head and said, yes, you know what, you're right. I am a little bit more vicious than you are. I've got a game plan you don't even know. I'm running it right now. Here's the thing. She doesn't know what he's running either. Look, let me tell you something. This is not no pathetic boy, No. If this boy decides to get into his feminine energy, he gonna destroy you, Irina. If this boy decides to get into his feminine energy, you won't see where the elbow and the chop come from. Because you're thinking that he can be overrun. But if you listen to him very carefully, what he's saying, he said, listen, hey, you're a little bit more vicious than I am, which means he's vicious. Don't play with me. You know what I'm saying? But he gave her props. She smirked and smiled like she had all the control and power in the relationship. Darling, you're going to turn around one day and he's going to show you some viciousness. Okay? He's going to show you some viciousness.
She doesn't like you. That doesn't make you a bad person.
If you think something about me is not kind or vicious, like you said, like I cannot believe you said that to me because it's a little shocking. If that's what you feel talking from our conversation, that says
Pause. Okay, pause. Now, here's the thing. when he said that when he said to her that she's vicious, she smiled and nodded her head at first. Then she wanted to throw in the manipulation, right? Because at first she was agreeing. Now she wants to throw the manipulation. Oh my God, like you called me vicious and unkind. And if you really think that this is reverse psychology. Oh my God. Yo. Let me tell you something, yeah? That reverse psychology, I've used it before. Us men use this all the time. Listen, have you ever heard a man say this to you before? Let's say you've cussed him out all left and right. Said he's a dickhead, said he's bad, said that he's this, said that. You've said all things that he is negative, right? If he's a player, he turns it around and says, what if I'm a dickhead? What if I'm so bad? If I'm so nasty? If I'm such a cheater? If I'm such a this? If I'm such as that? Why are you still with me then? And the person's like, well, they should be saying, you're absolutely right. Why am I with you? And let me walk out. But because you throw it back at them and tell them, well, if I'm all of these bad things, why the hell did you choose me? And it just throws you off a little bit. You're like, wait, what? Like, yeah, then you're right. If you are all those bad things, why the hell did I choose you? But instead of you saying, why did I choose you and run? It's like, why did I choose you? I better continue forward because clearly you're not that bad. Now you're going to start minimalizing everything. Yeah? Now you're going to start minimalizing everything. So this is really important now at this stage, okay? Right? To what's happening. She's about to throw the hardcore manipulation on.
Enough to me.
So let me finish. I don't think you're vicious.
Pause. Oh my freaking word. You know what? TV needs villains like this. I can't even lie to you. TV needs villains like this. It's disgusting, and I think she needs to be held accountable. But TV needs villains like this. You know what I mean? Like, but she gonna get her dues. She gonna get her dues. That's what I'm trying to say. She gonna get her dues. But watch this, guys. Watch this.
From our conversation, that says enough to me.
So let me finish. I don't think you're vicious.
Why did she start smiling? My God, he just said, listen, I don't think you're vicious. He rescinded his statement because he wanted to appease her. And then she started smiling. Why? Because she got him round, she got him to where she wanted to get him to. Because as soon as she said, oh, am I vicious? If he had stuck to his guns, that smirk wouldn't have been there. But she knows she's got one. She knows she got one over him. Or at least she thinks she has. Okay? All right? That little smirk that she on her face.
I think that if someone hurts you or you feel like someone has hurt someone you care about, you will hurt them back.
Now, I can't remember if she was crying for real in this scene or whatever, but you see what he said there? See what he said to her? Like there? He said something very true, okay? But she doesn't need to be hurt to do this. But he said, you know, you're the kind of person, okay, who when you hurt someone, when you get hurt, you end up hurting the person back. You are correct in your description, okay, of what she is. And he can identify with her energy because he's exactly the same way, which is why, ooh, won't he do it? Ooh, won't he do it? Okay, so what he just said there about her being vicious, the reason why he said that explanation is because remember that his original statement was, I think you are a little bit more vicious than I am, which means he's a vicious person. He then breaks down what viciousness actually is, which is somebody who protects themselves from people hurting him by hurting others, right? Which means this is you as well, Zack. Now go forward to the conversation with Bliss when she said, I think you're better than you think you are. He knows his own behavior isn't good. And that's why when she said, all my ex-boyfriends are assholes and I don't think you're one, he said, actually, I won't be so confident. The reason why he can't be so confident is because he knows he's an asshole. When I say asshole, meaning he's vicious. Now we know why you said what you said to Bliss. And that's why Bliss can't be chosen. Because she can't contain his darkness. Bliss cannot be chosen because she does not have the capacity to deal with his darkness. Before he knows it, he'll end up cussing Bliss and the daddy and the mummy and everybody else out. He don't want that. He don't want that. He don't want that. That's not what he wants. He don't want to eat. Okay? He don't want it.
I understand that. She doesn't know who you are. I know that you have this deep heart. And I want you to know like how beautiful I really think you are. Because
let me tell you why he's saying all this stuff, right? Let me tell you why he's saying all this stuff. He's saying all this stuff because he's talking to himself, not to her. Oh man, let me tell you. Look, let me be real with you. Damn, I almost cut myself my own nail. He sees himself in her. He sees himself in her. He sees the energy that he has, the way he operates in her. So he understands her better than most people would. Where people might see this person's not great, this person's not nice, this person's is a bad person, this person's being judged and written off. He sees somebody who's salvageable because he's been written off, he's been judged, and he believes he's salvageable. So he is operating from his place of trauma because he's trying to save himself. Okay? He's trying to save himself. That's all. He wants to save himself. And so he sees himself in her and wants to save himself in that regard. Right? Yes, the outcast. Absolutely. He don't realize, though.
I do think you're incredibly beautiful on the inside.
I don't care how you fucking look like Zack. I don't care if you're like a dweeb or nerd or tall or short. No matter what, like.
When people start saying, I don't really care what you look like, you better be careful, baby. They always say that. They always say they don't care what you look like, and then they see you and then they just start judging you. You know what I mean? So whilst he might say that now, yeah, he may not realize that it might come out later on.
You know, like I'm always gonna think the world of you.
When I talk to you, I know that you love me.
Negro. She ain't never told you that she loves you. She ain't never told you that she loves you, does she? Has Irina told you that she loves you? Why are you I just know that you love me. How do you know that? Because this woman must have some energy that represents your mother. Can I be honest with you? This woman must have energy that represents your mother. I'm sensing, you know, if his mom, I made a deduction that maybe his mom was a stripper. And well, his mom was a stripper, and maybe she was a little bit mean to him. And so her meanness that Irina has, it matches. It's like, oh my gosh, this reminds me of who I wanted it to be. My mama. Yeah. Say, mother, mama, you know that I love you. Ooh. You know what I mean? Like he want either that's like his mother. It's like the mother is giving him. He's like his mother in Irina. She has energy that reminds him of that. Functionality works for a lot of people. You know, people like dysfunctionality because it's functional. They understand that dysfunction. Oh, Lady of the Night. So it's not a stripper then. What's the difference between the two? What's the difference between the two? I don't even know what the difference between the two is. Anyway, so yeah, so for the fact that he said, obviously, I know that you love me. I'm like, bro, how do you know she loves you? She ain't said it yet, bro. I just know that you love me. But she hasn't said it, though. You know? She hasn't said it. Someone said, why am I singing Boys to Men? You need to know that Boys to Men is the right kind of topic, right song for this particular moment.
It's actually real. And there's no strings attached to it. Like, I trust you. Like, I really fucking trust you. And that means more than anything, really.
Nah, look at the smile on her face as well. She got my man to play the game. So I trust you. What? trust you. Trust you. Why? Trust you? Like, how do you end up trusting somebody who you believe? And I realized the reason why he can trust it, because he knows it already. The reason why I can trust her is because he knows that energy already. Somebody who's like him. But the reality is she ain't loyal. And maybe you're not too either. Okay? You know, reality is you're not loyal. Maybe he's not either. Maybe he's not as loyal as he thinks he is. Or maybe he's even playing the game too. Maybe they're both not real. But, you know, I think he's being real. But anyway, you know. I'm telling you, man. Damn, actually, had it. You know, I know you love me. What? Bro, you ain't even heard nothing. You ain't even heard nothing. How you know she love you? Okay.
It's hard to understand how someone could be in love.
Now, this is the next part that's important. The conversation between Zack and Marshall. First of all, Marshall wasn't even really listening. Marshall was tired of his stupidity. I can see it in his eyes. Marshall's eyes were telling me that I don't want to be here. Listening to me about, bro. Okay? I don't want to be here. Okay? I don't want to go there. I don't want to go there.
Two people. And honestly, I really don't care what either of them look like. I think is this. Irina, she's a little immature and she plays like games, you know, like girl games to try to win a man.
And this is when I realized that he's toxic. This is when I realized how toxic he is. How is it that you go and choose Irina, but you know she's immature and plays games to get a man? So you knew what Irina's like. That's why you called her vicious. How would you know she's vicious? Look, let's guys, let's really deep this now. Let's really deep this now. Okay, let's deep this. He called her vicious. He said that she's immature. Okay, and that and you know she likes to play games. Yeah, if that's the case, sir, all the red flags have been waving in your eye. That means you know what kind of energy he brings to the table. But if you end up choosing her, then you know exactly what you're getting yourself into. If you end up choosing her, then you like the madness that you're bringing to the table. Ain't not that's at this point you toxic. You got some dysfunctionality in you. Okay? You got some toxicity because you know you like this type of guy. That means you like this type of girl.
You know what I'm talking about. She tries to create a little bit of tension.
Yeah.
That concerns me. I know there's been some shit that's gone down, and sometimes you can have blinders on about someone.
Listen to what he's saying. He said, listen, I know that she's even stirred. I know she stirred the pot. Bro, so if you know she stirred the pot, you want to be somebody who stirs the pot over Bliss? Now, I'm not saying Bliss is any real better because I know she got her own trauma to deal with, but you want to go with Irina after you know she's a doo-doo pot stirrer? After you know she stirs a pot to try and get you in trouble, you still want to stick with her? You still want to choose her? Where you go with this? Right? All the qualities you labeled were not great qualities at all.
Bliss really doesn't like Irina. And I think Bliss thinks Irina is like a bad person. I really trust Irina, like on a deep level. And it's crazy because I don't really trust many people, like at all. I trust.
Man said I don't really trust many people, but you know what? Bliss thinks Irina's a really bad person. So do you. So do you. You called her vicious. But what you're seeing is you're trying to save her because you want to save yourself. You're trying to save her, hopefully saving yourself. That's the reality of it. You're trying to save her, but you're trying to save yourself. You're reenacting your childhood all over this situation. Okay? Why would you trust Irina? Why would you trust her? What has she done to make you trust her? What has she produced that's going to make you trust her? What has she said? You just trust her? Why? And it's because her energy is familiar and it's functional. Okay? Her energy is familiar. All right? Her energy is familiar. I'm telling you, it's probably because his mama is similar to Irina. Probably same energy, same behavior, kind of same viciousness too. It sounds like your mama. It sounds like his mama. That's what it was giving in that moment. I can't lie to you. It was giving that.
This is really hard for me.
Marshall said, don't look on my face. Oh, this thing wants to stop
Irina,
now.
it's like this one would have my back every step of the way.
Oh God.
So he read obviously Irina's energy as I will back you up whenever. He wants a ride or die. And the reason probably being is because he's been abandoned before. So there's more chance of Bliss abandoning him because of family. She would end up choosing family over him. Whereas Irina is showing him that she's going to be loyal to the final T. That's probably what it is. You know, he's probably seen that, you know what, Bliss would actually dump me for the family, but Irina will hold on to me forever. You know what I mean? So that safety comes from the fact that Irina would be with him forever. But he don't know. Irina ain't got plans forever, bro. Irina has not got plans for forever. That's what I can tell you for free. Okay? All right? For free. She ain't about that life, baby. She ain't about that life at all.
Just, you guys, this is insane. Like, I'm like really happy. Like, really happy. Like, genuinely.
It was said, like, if you would choose Irina, then that would show me the type of person you are.
Now he's gonna explain the point that he just made. He's gonna explain the point to Marshall about what Bliss said, and again, it's gonna highlight the reason why he don't like Bliss and why he chose Irina, and why Irina was number one over Bliss. Because unfortunately, Bliss got pushed to the side. Okay, and he ended up choosing Irina. But let's just listen a bit more. We're gonna find out what he said.
It's a fucked up thing to say, but, and this is an important one, Bliss and I have this incredibly deep connection. Fuck, I love her mind. Like her mind, like the way she thinks. Like,
bro, that's all you're gonna get though. You love her mind. What do you love about Irina then? What is it you love about Irina? Because, bro, you meant to love the both of them in their mind, because you can't see them. So what else are you? What else are you loving? Because you love her mind. Yeah, but you love Bliss. You love Irina's mind too, because that's the only thing you're seeing. Okay, that's the only thing you're seeing. So what do you mean you love her mind? What are you trying to say, really? Okay, listen, Marshall is asleep in his head. His eyes are open, but he's asleep. He said, this motherfucker better get out of my face. I'm not even about this life. He out here talking the most. I don't give a hook. Okay, you telling me about some stuff that I don't give a hoots. I don't care about that. I don't care about all that.
it's so fucking attractive. I think like when the chemistry fades, we'll still be really good friends. I gotta make a decision.
Nah, Marshall's face is telling me, brother. Marshall's face was telling me he was like, yeah, I hate your bull crap. All right. I probably truly, you know, probably, maybe he does, and he gonna get a rude awakening and shock when he finds out that ain't the case no more.
There's no good answer.
Okay, let's go date.
All right, cool. So it's a Mazzoline, bro. It's a Mazzoline. Okay. Okay. So that was tense, that situation, you know. That was a political situation between the two of them. I want to quickly touch on some two other couples as well, who were also on the show, because Kwame and Chelsea situation, right? Madness. So let's talk about that as well. So let me just take this. Kwame plus Chelsea. Okay. Now, let me just say this, okay? Kwame and Chelsea. Let me just say this first and foremost. You know, I want to tell you that, listen, I personally, my preference is black women. Okay? Yeah? My preference is black women all the way. Now, let me tell you something. If I'm going to choose white, I need this kind of white. Not because of her looks, but more of a case of the mind. This woman is a type of woman that will love your culture. This is the kind of woman, Chelsea, that will kind of embrace your culture. She will even encourage you to love your culture more. She's the kind of woman that will even wear the ankara on her wedding day. Okay, I can tell when those kind of white people that will really be invested in your culture. This woman took whole time to remember his whole entire name. I said, yeah, you know what? Frick it. You know, brother, you in good hands. Okay? You in good hands. Okay? You in good hands. Let's listen.
All right, you keep going.
I just want the real thing.
I just want the real thing.
I just want the real thing.
Hey.
I just want the real
Said that
thing.
she's in love with me.
Said that she's in love with me.
I just wanna show her now.
Show them now,
She said that
now.
we gon' have to wait a couple days.
Don't have to wait.
I just wanna show her now.
Show her now.
Girl, could you feel my
Feel
presence through these
my.
walls? If I stand by your side, would you ever slip and fall? Cause I would pick you up, take you where we stay.
Come
Take
on.
you to the beach and on that
Hey.
sand we can lay. I said that
Hey.
real thing.
Real
I
thing.
just want the real.
I just want to. It's a banger. Don't tell me nothing else. You know it's a banger, guys. You know it's a banger. You know the song is a banger. I just want a real thing. I just want a real thing. I just want. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Can you hear me? I just want a real thing. Oh yeah. I just want a real thing. Oh yes. I just want a real thing. Oh yeah. I just want a real thing. I just want a real thing, Chelsea. I just want a real thing. I feel like the mic's a bit low. I feel like the mic's a little bit just. I just want a real thing. Yeah. I just want a real thing. Can I get a little bravado in the mic as well? I just want a real thing. Yeah. I just want a real thing. Yeah. I just want a real thing. Yeah. Like, honestly, guys, listen. It's a wave. You know it's a wave, guys. You're hating. You're all haters. All of you are haters. You know the song slaps. It's a top tenor. Okay, it's a top tenor, guys. The song, okay, you know it's a top tenor. All right, you just needed a mic turn up, just a little mic push up. That's all. Okay, I just want to real thing, yeah. Anyway, back to real song, back to real things. Okay, back to some real things that were actually happening. Because I want a real thing, yeah. But there was some instant conversation. Like I just love the fact that you know what she remembers
Okay.
whole entire name.
All right.
Now that I've seen everything, will you marry me?
Okay, wait. Alex, Kwame,
Mm.
Owosu,
Uh-huh.
Mansa.
Uh-huh.
Mm.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Yes.
Now let's talk about this for real. Kwame, can you come to the front, please? Thank you. Kwame, when did you think that you were not going to be put in a box when your whole entire name is Ghanaian? Okay? All right? Your whole entire name is Ghanaian. So just want to get you. Your whole entire name is Ghanaian. So apart from the Alex, what were you thinking about? You weren't going to be put inside a box when your whole entire paper name is Ghanaian. Okay, so you already in a box, bro. Your whole name is Ghanaian. So what were you trying to hide from? Because bro, your whole name is long and it's African. It's Ghanaian. Answer. Wasu. Pia. I said, your whole name is Ghanaian, bro. So why would you leave with the Alex? That doesn't make no sense because your whole name is going to give you away. Honestly, Nana, he is a pure Ghanaian. Hairline, facial features, skin tone, the way even mannerisms. He's a Ghanaian. Even his foot that he showed us last episode, his toe was Ghanaian. Charlie, you're Ghanaian for where do you think you're going, sir? You ain't going nowhere else.
Oh man, you like it? I knew you'd like it. I saw it and I said, "That's Chelsea all over." Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
I mean, I ain't gonna say much about them. Like honestly, there ain't much to say about them. Okay, so I'm gonna leave them alone. We need to talk about Marshall and Jacqueline real quick as well, because that was interesting as well. So, boy, I'm gonna just say one thing. I'm not gonna say too much. Okay, but I remember one of my friends messaged me about this and said it just gave a little bit fruity, just a little bit.
It's giving everything I thought it would give. This is a good man for me.
I'll be seeing you.
Oh, you better. Oh, you better work then. Let me see you walk. Let me see how it moves. Okay. Okay.
Oh, my instinct wants to move, man. You better not. You better not. You better not. Damn.
Oh, you better.
Hold on.
Oh, you better work then. Let me see you walk. Let me see how it moves. Okay.
Hold on.
Oh, you better. Oh, you better work.
Listen, I just felt it was a little bit too soon. I just felt like it was a little bit too soon. I just felt it was a little bit too soon to be sassing. It's just a little bit too soon. I just felt like it was a little bit too soon. We don't know you yet. I just felt like it's a little bit too soon. I felt give her a little bit of a chance because already she thought Josh was more manly than you. Just saying, just give it a little bit of a chance. He didn't have to go there just yet. Okay, that's what I'm saying. I'm not saying this. I'm just saying it was a little bit too much too soon. I'm not saying that it wasn't. I'm not saying he can't do it. I'm saying I felt like it was a little bit too soon. But you know what? He's doing what he's doing. You know, he's doing his own little thing. I ain't gonna be mad at him. You know what I mean? I ain't mad at him. Okay, all right. I ain't mad at him. You know, but I was like, okay.
Let me see you walk. Let me see how it moves. Okay. Okay.
I don't know why the internet want to move mad when I'm trying to get to this next one.
Okay, you better work. You better let them know. You better let them know. Okay.
You already know.
Shout out to the ring. Shout out you.
I see you, girl.
My thumpy.
Hey, maybe he is an actor because those hands were doing a little bit too much. But you know, listen, I ain't even mad at it, bro. I'm not even mad at it, bro. Listen, as long as he finds his love, I ain't even mad at it. I'm not even mad at it. I'm just saying, you know, a little bit, you know. Someone said Kappa all day. Was that Kappa? Yeah. Is that what the Kappa man are doing? Yeah. Okay. That's what the Kappa man are doing. All right. Cool. Okay. Yep. I hear you. Yeah. I don't know. For me, it's a little bit too soon, but you know what? I ain't even mad at it. I'll be shaking my ass wherever I go. So let me not even talk. For someone else will call me sassy. So, you know, but I mean, honestly, with their connection, I look forward to seeing more of their connection. I'm not going to say too tough because, like I said, I can't wait for next episode. I can't wait for episode 5 because obviously I'm going to see them a different light. But for me right now, it's a little bit much. You know, it's a bit much for me. That's what I'm saying. Okay. Someone said Josh is a jiu-jitsu pro. That's what she wanted. That danger, baby. She wanted that danger. High voltage. When we kiss, when we touch, danger. She wanted that kind of stuff. And I'm not even mad at her for wanting that kind of stuff. Do you know what I mean? But hopefully she can meet his expectations because I know she said everything that she wants to meet his expectations, that she hopes that she can be as emotionally open as he is. So I'm just saying, you know, sorry, my mic went out. But at the end of the day, you know, they've got some stuff to work out between the two of them. And, you know, hopefully they'll be able to make it work and go forward. Hopefully this is going to be one of those relationships that are going to work really well. Hopefully. Okay. But I can see. So what do you think, guys? Is Josh better than the Marshall? Was Josh better than Marshall, do you think? Would you have taken Josh over Marshall? Who would you have chosen? Josh or Marshall? Just put it in the chat for me. Who would you have taken? Josh or Marshall? I want to know. Was it Josh or Marshall you'd have taken, ladies? You know, because this is crazy, bro. This was a little bit mad still. Can't lie to you because it was, you know what I mean? I was a little bit confused by some of the stuff that was happening, but I think they'll probably end up making it work. Okay? I think they'll end up making it work. Yeah. They definitely didn't show Josh enough. That's for very sure. They did not show Josh enough at all. Did not show Josh enough at all. Josh is emotionally unavailable. Oh, okay. Someone said he's sensitive, but he can man up. Okay. Okay, a little bit more emotionally intelligent. I hear that. That's real. That's real. Jacqueline is tough. Josh is tougher. Jacqueline needs a strong man. Aish. 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 Okay. Someone said Jackie was all over the place. Okay, and then someone said Marshall was mature for his age. Another person said I liked how he fought for her too. She said, okay, that's cool. I like that. I like how he fought for her. That's real. Someone said Jackie needs Anyala. Why did you say that, Estella? Okay. Do you know what, mate? Do you know what, Jay Suter? You're probably right, you know. Me personally, I wouldn't have got involved. I told you I don't get involved in them. That's what I told you. She tried to get him killed. Me personally, I'm not about that life. Don't send me into a war with another man. Like, don't do that, bruv. Like, there's no need. You're trying to get man set up and nuked. Yeah, you're moving mad. Don't do it. Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't send me into a war and get me nuked, blood. Do you know what I'm saying? So, okay. Oh, Jackie put out a statement regarding what happens in the next episode. Ooh. Y'all need to send me what that statement is, and when I watch it, I'll know exactly what it is. But hey, listen, guys, ladies and gents, I should say, I am going to love you and leave you now, though, because it's time to get off this one. I'm gonna leave this live and get onto another live that I'm gonna do a little bit later on. But oh, her dad had cancer. Oh, okay, that's peak. Peak. Oh Lord. Okay. But we're gonna get on another live, guys. So but I appreciate you guys for turning up. Tomorrow we're going again. We go again tomorrow, guys. We go again tomorrow. I'm gonna do it earlier, way earlier, because I've got too many lives to do during the course of the afternoon tomorrow. I'm gonna do it way earlier. So I'll have episode 4 early. Okay. Yeah. So it is what it is, baby. Listen, like, share, subscribe, click on the bell button for notification of uploads. I literally will be back in 10 minutes this time. I generally have. I've set up the live already. Okay. All right. So don't worry about it. I've set up the live already. I'm ready to jump on because I'm going to talk to you about the Melanie King situation. If you haven't watched it, let me get involved with it. Okay. But you know, I can't leave you without something.
Okay? Here with something. You know what I mean? I'm from around the way. I'm leaving with something.
Nah.
Not on my watch. Not on my watch.
Zack, not on our watch. You will not do what you did again. Okay, not on our watch. We see you and we see Irina and we see Bliss. Okay, not on our watches. Much appreciation, guys. Stay locked. Stay locked. We'll drop episode 4 tomorrow as well for you guys. I'll see you again.